played well for me. So.
So I understand Arnold Schwarzenegger opened for you. Is that what it was?
Well, that was the Total Success Summit, and that was at the Star Casino in Sydney, Australia. I was very fortunate to be able to go to that. A fellow that who is a good friend of mine named Dean Hankey.
Yeah.
Dean
Yeah.
was able. He was the one who facilitated that, and in fact, uh, interesting story was that he was supposed to be one of the speakers at this event too. And then literally the day that we were both supposed to leave to go to Australia, I was leaving from San Antonio, he was leaving from Reno, Nevada. He said something came up and he couldn't go.
Huh.
And so I said, well, I'll hold down I'll hold down the American side. There were actually a couple of other American speakers there as well, but I said, well, went on ahead. And had a great time. And the keynote speaker for the event, the big draw was Arnold Schwarzenegger. So that was very exciting. And I will tell you, he's a good speaker. He's very good on stage. So it was interesting to see that aspect of his personality.
Well, I'm still gonna go with he opened for you.
That's fine. You can do that because actually he did. I was on. It was like a 3-day event, and he was on the second day, and I was on the third day.
Oh,
So
there you
yeah, I
go.
guess
There you go.
technically he did open for me. Yeah.
Now, Dean, is that his real last name? I never ask him that because you magicians use handkerchiefs all the time. I was wondering if that's his real name.
I believe that is his real last name. Yeah, yeah.
I do recall over the years some magicians giving tricks or teaching tricks to like salespeople for icebreakers and things like
Sure.
that. Do you do any of that stuff?
I have done a little bit of that. Yeah, and I apologize. I muted myself for a moment. I
Okay,
apologize for
no problem.
that.
I thought you
I have
disappeared. You're just doing that trick for us.
that was yeah. There you go. I've done a little bit of that, and I have published a couple of ebooks,
Yeah,
which
tell us about the books because they do teach tricks to
they
normal mortals, right?
they're for normal mortals, and but I think they're also good for instance, for people who are doing Zoom meetings,
Mm-hmm.
or for doing speaking. They're good for icebreakers. So I have one that that is just out called Presto Easy Magic for Beginners, and that's exactly what it is. It's just easy magic for beginners of all kinds. And then I've done another one which was themed a little differently that I call Hot Magic, and this is all tricks and icebreakers that are based around candles, matches, and a little bit of fire.
Wow, I like fire. Yeah,
Yeah,
you need it out there to keep warm.
that's right. That's right. Well, fire always excites people. That's right. As long as you don't set things on fire. So
All right, so we'll tell them where to get the books later. But you said you had a trick that you were going to do on this podcast.
yes, I did. Are you ready to do it?
I'm ready. Didn't you tell me I needed a calculator or
You should
something?
have the like just open the calculator app on your phone,
Okay.
and so you're going to be basically the ears of the audience while we're doing this. People who are listening to the podcast can follow along if they wish to, and if they don't have their app with them, they can just do it on a pencil and paper.
But they
So
should definitely do this while they're driving, right? Isn't that the
depends on how many hands they
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
So
All right, don't do it while you're driving, folks,
don't do it
please.
while you're driving.
Okay,
That's
all right,
right.
all right.
Absolutely. But you have the calculator app on your phone
Yes,
open,
I'm
Tom?
ready.
Good. Okay, great. So here's what I'd like for you to do. You don't need to tell me anything, but I'd just like for you to think of your shoe size. Okay, and let's go with whole sizes.
Okay,
So for instance, if your shoe size is an 11 and a half, you just put in 11.
got it. You go to
Okay,
the lower number?
lower or higher,
Okay,
I'll let you
just
decide,
a whole
but
number.
just a whole number,
Got it,
right?
got it.
Okay. So you have